Your ex moving on quickly, or the perception of them moving on quickly, doesn't necessarily mean they've moved on. In fact, sometimes it can be quite the opposite, because things are not always what they appear to be, especially on social media where people manufacture happiness every day. So I want you to ask yourself a few questions. Was your ex truly right for you? Are you romanticizing the relationship? Did they break your heart or your expectations? And those are some of the things we're going to discuss today. As always, welcome back to The Love Fix. It's Nick, doing my best to get you through your breakups as easily and as healthily as possible. If you need additional help, I want you to check out two links. If you go to my channel in the About tab, there's a link there for my one-to-one coaching services. And if you need help with your heartbreak situation, hit the link, set up the appointment, and I'll be more than happy to work with you. If that is not enough for you, there's another link, the Facebook link. Come and join the growing community there where everybody is helping each other out. With all that said, let's get into why you don't understand your ex and why you're thinking they are moving on so quick. The first thing to get out of the way straight off the bat is that things aren't always what they appear to be. Now guys, I've been the dumper and I've been the dumpee many times. And I've rebounded as the dumper and the dumpee many times, and things are not always what they appear to be. 9 times out of 10, when I've started dating too quickly, it worked against me. All I could think about was my ex-partner, the one that I dumped for the new rebound, or I got dumped and moved on too quickly, because human beings do not separate that quickly. Our emotions are complex. They need time to heal. They need to be processed. We need to sit with that. And we cannot do that if we are auditioning and employing someone new as an emotional painkiller. So I don't care what your ex is putting on social media right now. First of all, you shouldn't be even looking, because it's going to drive you mental. And secondly, they are showing you what they want the world to see, because they're trying to validate their decision to leave. Now, there is a caveat to that. On occasion, and this is very, very rare, some people, when they rebound or they monkey branched, it is for the better. Maybe they was in an abusive relationship with you. Maybe it just stopped working. Maybe they tried and you just wasn't getting the message. And they just said, right, okay, I'm done. They've already emotionally checked out, and maybe they did find the right person. So that is the caveat to that. But I want you to know that 9 times out of 10, you trying to sit there and figure out, well, they said they loved me yesterday, and now they've moved on to this new person. I don't understand my ex. I don't get why or how they've moved on so quick. I wouldn't do that. Don't pay attention to what they are, how can I put this, curating for you on social media. That's what they're doing. They're curating, because nobody puts the bad stuff on social media. No one does this. And I think actually social media would be far more interesting if we put all of our bullshit on there rather than all this perceived manufactured happiness. So chill, take a deep breath. I want you to feel how you feel, and that's okay. I want you to process this. And I want you to tell yourself right now that the dumpers, they hurt as well. They just hurts for different reasons and at different times. It's no less real. And I want you to validate your feelings, and I can come across harsh in some of these videos because I want you guys to be well and I want you to level up, but it's okay that you feel shit and you can't seem to get out of this feedback loop from hell right now where it's like, okay, I don't understand. Stop trying to understand your ex. Stop the feedback loop. If you want to really, really start healing, learn how to understand yourself. Learn to ask different sets of questions. Why do I feel this way? That's the first question. Why am I so concerned about what my ex is doing when I should be concerned about what I'm doing? That's where self-love starts. A lot of the time we romanticize the relationship with that person. We put them on a pedestal. We think their shit don't stink. And we only remember the good times, which is known as the fade-in effect bias. Only with you, it's kind of working against you because it's keeping you stuck exactly where you are, and you need to cut that. So I want you to, right now, do this little exercise. And I think I've mentioned this maybe a few years back. Write down the list number 1 of everything bad about your ex, everything they said that hurt you, every bad habit they have, everything they did to hurt you. Write that down, and on that list, you really need to let them have it, because this is going to help you stop romanticizing the relationship with them, and it will help you to sit back and say, ha, it's that new person's problem now. So it will help you to say thank you to your ex for removing that burden. And it's important to understand what your ex's burden here is, because they've dumped you, they've made a decision to detach. That's their burden. Don't pick it up. You pick up your own burden, which is one of healing and understanding and finding clarity from within. So guys, plans change. And when your plans change your plans. Breakups are an opportunity. The obstacle is the way. Go check out Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way. It's a great book. And as Marcus Aurelius said, what blocks the path becomes the path. So rather than sitting there saying, why me, and having the victim mentality, have the student mindset, have the student mentality, and ask yourself, what is the opportunity within this obstacle? Your ex saying no to you means you can say yes to other things. That is the beauty of what you have. So as the Spartans would say, have a beautiful death, have a beautiful breakup. Come back with your shield or on it. Embrace the breakup, walk towards it, and use this angry, dirty fuel to your advantage to propel you forward. So you can say to yourself, fuck what my ex is doing. This is beyond my control. I have no say in what they do, say, or think, but I do have 100% control over what I do, say, and think. And that, my friends, is your superhuman power. And another way I want you to reimagine or reconsider this breakup. Did they break your heart, or did they just break your expectations? Because guys, in reality, no one can break your heart. This is just a figure of speech. Okay? Now, the pain is no less real. I'm not taking that away from you, but your heart in a physical sense is not broken. But your expectations, your imagined future has been taken away, and that is very hard for us to deal with because we tie up so much investment into that. And if that becomes your identity, which a lot of the time it does, identity is linked to survival, and then your survival is linked to your ex. Because you've invested so much into your ex, it became your identity. So when that all goes away and finishes, you have no identity, and it literally feels like death. So you have to be very, very careful about how much of your identity you tie up into one person, because you're trying to make one person an entire village of people for you, and that is not sustainable. But once again, yes, it does hurt. It fucking sucks. I can't tell you how badly it hurt for me as well. It was 18 months before I was functioning correctly again. Like, I felt reasonably okay. It was 2 years when I said, okay, I've got this, and it was 3 years when I said, right, okay, I'm smashing this down, I'm doing great. So you have to take your time, you have to process these feelings, and you have to stop trying to understand your ex. You are not required. It's not necessary. You do not have to understand your ex. You have to understand you. It doesn't matter how quickly they moved on. What matters is what you do. What matters is how correctly you move on. Your ex didn't move on correctly. They moved on quickly, which is the wrong way to do it. But just because they have employed a new person as a very powerful emotional painkiller doesn't mean it's working. And that's the thing with all painkillers, they wear off eventually. And that's all I've got for today. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe. It would really help me out. And once again, if you need my help with your personal one-to-one situation, personal breakup situation rather, go to the About tab on my channel, hit the coaching link, or email me at thelovefix20@gmail.com. As always, you are enough, you will be fine, and I will see you on the other side, my friends. Take care.